Well, welcome into the Varsity for a High School show. Now, Justin, every Thursday night at 10:45, right here on News for Jax, we are talking all thing high school, and we can't do it without the Hall of Fame high school reporter himself.
I love talking high school sports. I've been doing it for a long time, so I'm glad we got this time in the show blocked out to talk 15 minutes of high school sports, shine some spotlights on some of the best athletes in our coverage area and maybe some other sports that typically don't get mentioned a lot. So happy to be here.
Well, a month ago is when the Reigns of Vikings unfortunately lost in the state championship to Miami Northwestern. Their star quarterback, TJ Cole, I caught up with him earlier this week to just see how crazy of a whirlwind of a year he's had with the Vikings. TJ Cole, can you believe it? It's the off season. You're already in basketball season.
I can't. You know, I can't imagine how this basketball season is finna go after football season. So, you know, football season is over with. So, you know, just on to the next sport.
The Reigns Vikings football season was one of the best in program history. They completed their first undefeated regular season in 27 years. Their only loss was in the state championship. Now that you've had really a month to kind of have some rest after this crazy football season, just what are the emotions now as you start preparing for your final year here at Reigns?
Yeah, you know, the emotions are wild. You know, knowing that I'm going into my last season, you know, I got a lot to cherish in this moment. So, you know, coming off the championship loss, you know, we want to go back to that spot next year.
That loss to Miami Northwestern, what did you guys learn about yourselves?
We learned a lot. We got to put in a lot of work. So, you know, just getting back, you know, is definitely the goal. But the work this off season is just going to be very key, getting stronger, faster, and just staying disciplined.
It's crazy how much can change in 1 year. Just ask TJ Cole, who transferred to Reigns last January from rivalry ball. You feel like you're completely a Reigns Viking now?
It's going on a year since I transferred, so, you know, I feel like I've met that requirement to being a Reigns Viking now. Played a whole football season.
He just completed one of the best seasons for any football player in our area. One season here as a Reigns Viking, to know that you're up there in the history books with guys like Tim Tebow, who is basically a legend around here. Just, you know, when you hear that, is it shocking to believe?
Yeah, it's definitely shocking. You know, coming in, I knew that we was going to have the season that we had, but I didn't think it was going to be the season that we had, if that makes sense. So, you know, coming in, a lot of guys came in with me, like I said, and it was just a season to remember. You know, 43 touchdowns is a lot of touchdowns, and coming close to Tim Tebow, that's just an accomplishment and a goal and an honor. Just to be up there in the talks with the best.
Was this the best season of your life, do you think, in your whole football career?
I think so. You know, we put a lot of teams to sleep early. It was amazing. So, you know, you just want to cherish every moment, like I said, because you never know when your last game is going to be. What's
the outlook? What do you want to take out of this next year? Are there goals that you still would like to accomplish, or do you just want to have fun?
But I want to have fun accomplishing the goals that I've set. You know, I came close to beating the DeAndre Johnson record, so that's definitely a goal I would like to achieve. Going back to state, you know, that's another goal, but we want to win it this year, so that's in the plan. And most of all, I just want to be able to lead my team. You know, lead my team to more victories.
But every time you step on this field, just what are the emotions? What do you feel like?
Standing on this field, it means a lot. You know, the work we've put in on this field, on the practice field, you know, during the summer on the track, in the stadium. You know, it just runs through my body. You know, so I got another year doing it, so gotta cherish it.
Well, TJ Cole, just such a good kid on and off the field.
Yeah, and, you know, last year he was an all-star athlete of ours that combines academic excellence and athletic excellence. And when you're mentioned in the same sentence as a Tim Tebow from Nease, as a DeAndre Johnson from First Coast in terms of single-season touchdown passing records, TJ Cole had 43 this year in leading range to that 13-1 season. You know you're in pretty good company. And maybe just a little tease ahead. This is not going to be the last time you hear about TJ Cole on Channel 4. Maybe a little tease of what's ahead in the next couple weeks.
Okay, well, from the gridiron to the swimming pool, when you talk about dominance in the swimming pool, the name bowls stands alone. Now, the Bulldogs, they won their 37th consecutive team state championship last fall, a national record. Our swimmer of the year is Xavier Zahovovic. He helped the Bulldogs to that crown. Now, along the way, he set 2 bowls records while winning the title in the 200 free and 500 free, as well as the 400 free relay. He can do everything, right? Well, his path to get to bowls from his home in Illinois started with a little bit of luck.
In 8th grade, and I saw an article about a guy named Andres DuPont. He goes to Stanford now, and I saw he went a 135.6 in the 200 freestyle. And for me, that was amazing at the time. It was unfathomable. The best guy I knew was 138.9. And I said, hey, I want to take a crack at that. And I'm so fortunate that my parents made it happen and picked up everything, moved the family down here, and it's been a movie from there.
Now, if you look at our all News for Jax Varsity 4 boys swimming team, you see a lot of Bulldogs on there, starting from Leon Carrington at the top and then finishing down with Nease's Luke Zardavich. You can find the full team online at newsforjax.com.
Well, our girls swimmer of the year comes from Pontbriand High School. Penny Zarchinsky has been a marvel in the pool. She won the 50 free and 100 fly and was part of relay titles in the 200 medley and 200 free to headline Pontbriand's 3rd team state title. Now, Zarchinsky said it's that bond that makes high school swimming so special.
All of us as a team, it's just been a lot of training, putting our head down, doing the work, but also we really act as a team. Like, we are one big family. You know, our shark family is very close. We're all really good friends. And I think just building that team environment, and really, high school swim is nice because it's swimming for your school and not just for yourself. So having that sort of environment and family feel, I think, has really helped us carry such success throughout the years.
Now, Penny Zarchinsky leading our all News for Jax Varsity 4 girls swimming team. Some Bulldogs on there. Lily Doyle at the top of Pontbriand, Penny Zarchinsky at the bottom. And you can find our full and expanded all News for Jax swimming team over on newsforjax.com.
We have much more coming up on the Varsity for a high school show. Justin, you will be debuting your Super 6 rankings for boys basketball and girls basketball. So stay tuned right here on News for Jax. We'll be right back. Well, Justin, we are in the midst of the basketball season. You are going to debut your Super 6 rankings each Thursday night right here on the Varsity for a high school show. We'll start with boys basketball. Who's number 1?
Yeah, we had a lot of tournament action. Teams are actually just getting kind of segued back into the basketball action. Had a lot of Christmas tournaments, holiday break tournaments. So we are back in action this week. And no surprise, but the Andrew Jackson boys basketball team back at number 1. Their only loss of the season was to Fleming Island in that Fortegra tournament. They have rolled since then. Chacoy Creek, they're up to number 2 this week at 14-1. And Impact Christian, they dropped from number 2 to 3 this week, but really no fault of their own. They just have not been active this week. Ribault rejoins the rankings after a couple weeks out. Fleming Island, they were number 1 a couple weeks ago. They have dropped to number 5, but still having a great season. And Oakleaf, they were T6 last week, tied with Fleming Island at number 6. They are solo 6 this week. They're both 11-3. Those 2 teams meet later this week on Friday night. Going to be a good one there in Clay County.
Moving on to the Super 6 girls basketball rankings. Are the Jackson Tigers taking a full sweep?
No, they are not taking a full sweep. Spoiler alert there. Jackson is in our Super 6, but they are not number 1. Let's look at our Super 6 right now. Bishop Kenny moves back into the number 1 spot. They overtake Bowles. Crusaders have been on a surge, closing in on a double-digit win streak. They're 13-2. Bowles falls out of the top spot. They're at 10-5. Providence still stays at number 3. They're 8-5. They have not played since a long time, since that Christmas break. They were number 1 as recently as 3 weeks ago. Potter's House, they are up from number 5 to 4. They're 10-3. San Jose Prep at number 5, and there's Jackson at number 6. So the Jackson Tigers bookend it on the girls' side. They're at number 6. On the boys' side, they're number 1. We have got some excellent basketball teams on our area on both sides, boys and girls. But there's your look. Bishop Kenny number 1 on girls, and Jackson number 1 on the boys' side.
Well, longtime Nease girls basketball coach Sherri Anthony retired last year after coaching and teaching for nearly 40 years. Last Saturday, Nease cut the ribbon on naming the court there in Anthony's honor. Anthony racked up more than 700 victories in her coaching career and won the state championship in 1999 and played for another in 2019. Anthony isn't totally done coaching. She's helping out Bulls and head coach Kelly Stevenson, one of her former players. And as a pretty cool footnote, Anthony is the second member of her family to have a venue carry the name. Her father, A.E. Bud Anthony, was a larger-than-life figure in Clay County for decades. The gym at Keystone Heights Middle and Senior High School.
It's been named after A.E. Bud Anthony. That's awesome for Coach Sherri Anthony, and I've known Sherri for years. She has done a remarkable job as an educator in the area and as a head coach. Just a phenomenal job, and it's really, when you look at coaches, the stories of their players years and years later really tell kind of how much of an impact the coach made on their careers. You look at players like Kelly Stevenson, who's coaching at Bulls, and you just know that they have done such a good job. Great work for Sherri Anthony in a long, decorated career. Great to see her get that recognition at Nease.
Well, our first Varsity for High School show is complete. Make sure you tune in each Thursday, 10:45, right here on News4JAX. We're talking high school football all year long.
Yeah, we've got high school football coming up next week. Our all News4JAX teams continue, and it's a chance to shine a light on more than just football athletes. So I'm looking forward to telling the stories of some other sports, soccer, basketball, and everything. Cannot wait. Excited about this project.
So make sure you follow us on Sports4JAX on Instagram for the latest news. But thank you for watching the Varsity for High School show.